Hi guys, I'm Aaron Jung for Everything Competitive, and today I'm interviewing the new Mousetek Black Ops team, Mitch Galvz Galvin, AJ Amaze McClaw, James Godlyke Scoggy, and Steve Mohog Heartland. So guys, who was the instigator of this new lineup and what made you guys actually want to go ahead with it?
AJ was the one that he contacted me as soon as CCL was finished, a week after we finished. Just he wanted me to trial for his team because he knew that I probably was going to leave my team.
Snake!
And you, Godlyke?
Well, I was set on leaving my team after our choke against Infected, and AJ came along and he was the most obvious best choice.
Basically, Snake, 2 players that I thought played well at LAN.
Galvz, with you finishing second at ECL2 playing PS3 with Power Gaming, why did you decide to come back to the Xbox, and what was your decision to join Team Mousetek?
Well, obviously I still captain that lineup. We've now joined Apex. I will be receiving my Apex team tracksuit at Reflex from the main man, and that's actually serious. But no, I'm pleased to represent Mousetek on Xbox as well, because obviously I'm a top player and I can play both consoles. So I just really decided to join because I wanted to go as many LANs as I can. And really, there's not a really better combo out there now, better SMG duo than me and Mohog. So, you know, it's just the right decision really to win LAN.
And you had the chance to team with his wingman again.
After ECL2, why did you guys decide to leave your respective teams?
Well, my team split up because Crazy quit. Well, he hasn't quit anymore. He'd come back. A2 quit. And, well, my original 4th quit a couple of weeks before ECL. So I was basically on my own. I didn't want to leave the scene yet. I want to go to a couple more LANs before I call it a day.
And you, Steve?
I left because Vital wasn't looking good afterwards. Personal reasons for Andy, I can't say. And Reese's got exams, so I wanted to join a team for the next LAN event.
And you, Godlyke?
Well, I was already set on leaving, so it was a pretty easy decision.
Any reasons why you were set on leaving?
Just from our pretty poor performance at ECL.
By your team or yourself?
Definitely not me, because I only had one bad map, but I'm not going to name individuals.
That's fair enough.
I don't know who it was.
Up two.
Mohog, with Vital finishing 13th to 16th at ECL2, and that only being your first LAN, do you think this was an irrational decision to leave so quickly?
Yes and no, because we were a good team and we did stick out a long time, but it wasn't looking very good for the team, so I just decided to join a new team for the next LAN.
That's fair enough. Godlyke, rumours are around that you didn't play to your best potential at LAN. What have you got to say about this?
Well, pretty bullshit to be honest, because I only had one bad map all tournament and it was against AJ, but I did still do some clutch things that map, so I think it's bull.
It doesn't matter anyway, he's got the Galvz train behind him now for Reflex, so we'll be steaming in.
With this team, what placement do you guys think you can achieve at Reflex, and why?
Well, obviously I'm new to the team, but no, I think, you know, we've really gelled well. A couple of nights ago we just didn't lose a map. Played team dope tonight. We really did hold our own, quite even on the CTFs, and smashed them on every single demo bar one. So, yeah, I mean, I was playing well, of course, just to plug that in there. But no, I think we've got a lot of potential, and hopefully we can finally back up my ego.
I reckon, well, realistically top 6, but obviously going to be going out for the win. But
yeah, top 6.
Top 6, I reckon, is doable for our first event, considering we've only been a team for less than a month.
Top 6 is a must.
So AJ, do you think you might get lucky in the dam again?
Yeah. Well, I've got a bit of money this time, so I can pay for it.
So it was free last time.
Yeah, it was 100% free, mate.
Can you tell?
What do you think of the new Desato V4 rule set?
It's alright, it doesn't really affect me much because I'm an AR. No ARs are being introduced, but yeah, it's alright. I'm going to be using the 74U in demo a little bit.
So how has it affected your team, like team-wise, if you understand what I mean? Like who does the different roles or anything?
Well, the pickup of Mitch joining us, he uses a 74U quite a lot, so it only really affects him, I reckon. But I reckon MP5 is better than 74U anyway, so it's not really going to affect our team at all.
The thing is, though, The reason I use a 74U is I'm banging ARs cross map. I mean, I'm embarrassing people like infused sours. I mean, it's just ridiculous, really.
At Godlyke, is there any chance of you becoming a RuneScape professional and quitting your Xbox career in the near future?
I'd have to say never, because I've just joined Mousetek and I'm set on this team. This was so good.
So no more future YouTube videos of you playing your good old
Of course
RuneScape?
not. I've got to keep my subscribers happy.
What about if it's an MVP, James? I mean, not MVP, fucking MLG MVP.
There is an MLG RuneScape, so nah.
Really?
Nah, I'm pretty sure they're in.
So Galvz, why is your ego so big when you've only achieved anything on PlayStation?
Well, obviously I've achieved stuff on Xbox with H2K back in the day on COD 4.
Here we go.
Me and Tommy, captain in that team. I was one of the best players in Europe, obviously. But no, on PS3 I've obviously achieved a lot because, yeah, the community's smaller. And, yeah, but I'm sure over time, the reason I don't get picked up is because obviously my attitude, which is coming through here. But, you know, teams like AJ know that I'm one of the best in Europe, so just pick me up anyway.
Do I?
You do.
So Mohog, if you could team with 3 players from either MLG or Deserto, who would they be and why?
My first choice as a solid AR would be Gunshi, because he's just solid throughout LAN, he was. My second would be Royalty Tommy, as he's played sick at LAN as well, and he's just a sick SMG. And I'd probably say Vapes SMG alongside me, as he's a sick player and he's my local spud picker.
What about you, Godlyke?
I'd have to say Wonder, because me and him are just top notch. We're such good friends. Dope Goat, because he just loves my voice that much, and he banged his hand on the table and cut it a LAN after beating me, so he really respects how good I am. And finally, the Galvz train, because he's just such a good SMG.
What about you, AJ?
I'd say the team I'm teaming with now.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
And you, Galvz?
Well, obviously I would scout Deserto for the greatest talent around. I've had my eyes on this quite young, fine prospect for quite a while. His name would be Dan Akabwa Atkinson. He would be forming quite nicely into my team alongside myself. I would follow that up with a tidy 2 assault rifle players, and for that I would go for J. Spoken Gideon. Number 3, he'd be the AR for us. And last but definitely not least, I would pick up from the PS3 scene a very well-known player, Josh Storer.
Fair enough. How did you feel when Uprise left the team so early after forming, and why do you believe Galvz is the best replacement for him?
Well, I was a bit gutted considering he left off as a man short, but I knew there was good enough people to replace him, so we began to search, and Galvz fitted the role perfectly.
I was kind of gutted when I first found out, but then everything happens for a reason in the end, and it seems to be scrum with Galvz. Me and him gelled so well together, just bossing it really against shitters, really.
Shitters, alright.
Yeah, well, when I say shitters, you know what I mean.
EXP.
Apart from yourself, who would you say is the best player in the team and why?
You go first.
I'll let you... No, okay, I will go first as the most important player. I would say... I don't want to say, actually. That's unfair. I'm just going to say everyone's the best player because we're a team and we work well as a team.
What she said.
I think AJ's, because he's a fellow AR.
Get in.
I would say Mohog because he supports me really well.
Moving a bit away from your team here, do you think Fnatic dropping Dope Goat and picking up Excellence was a good or bad idea for their team?
Doesn't really matter really. They're saying like Dope Goat's the best captain in the world or whatever. Well, they've all been captains before, and I don't reckon being a captain that much influences the team that much. But
with you being captain yourself.
Yeah, well, I would say I'm captain. Just I don't really do much in the game that's captain-wise.
That all comes from the Galvz train. But no, Obviously, Dope's GOAT, leaving them, the stature of the man. It is a bit of a loss, but in another way, it's a bit of a gain because obviously picking up excellence, he has got better gun skill, but were there better players on the market? Royalty Tommy, Galvanize, we all know who the good players are, but they obviously went for excellence, and hopefully good luck to them with him.
So, starting off with Steve here, who was your favourite player at LAN, and what player do you think deserved MVP?
Well, obviously you're doing for your bus chasing abilities, but I must say that Vapes was probably the most soundest guy then. It was good meeting him, but deserved MVP would be Tommy, in my opinion, as he just played well all the way through against all the top teams.
And you, Godlyke?
It's probably got to be the Galvz train, the best guy I met there.
And deserved MVP?
Not sure. Probably Tommy.
You, AJ?
My favourite player at the LAN, probably yourself, Drama, or what's his name? Vapes. Vapes is pretty sound. I never met him before. I spoke to him online, and he was pretty sound. Introduced himself.
What player do you think deserved MVP?
Infinitus Rich is a fucking tank.
And last but not least, you, Galvz?
Obviously, I managed to hook up with the legendary Akbar at LAN. He came as a spectator, and I managed to hook up with him. He's a great asset to Deserto. Also, being cheered on in the PS3 final by my main men, James Godlyke Scorgi and Ben Switchy Picard. But no, everyone was a good laugh, and probably the MVP for Xbox. I'd definitely say Akbar.
He didn't even play, prick.
And now just a few quick fire questions. KFC or McDonald's?
KFC.
McDonald's.
Definitely Subway there.
Care Bear or Salim?
Care Bear, Salim, been there, done that.
You, James?
Care Bear.
Mohog?
I'll go for Mises.
And Mitch?
Well, it's definitely got to be Care Bear, and I chat her up on Skype. She loves it, so definitely be getting a noshing in Amsterdam.
Dope or Excellence?
Excellent.
Mitch?
Doped because you could get a real good hook on his beard.
And ECL or Reflex?
Gonna be
Reflex.
Reflex.
I'm going to say ECL as it's the only one I've attended so far. I can't say anything about Reflex.
Yeah. I'm going to say, I've been to both, but I'm going to say ECL because when I roll up in my Seattle Ibiza, it's just top notch, really.
And Fnatic or Power?
Or COD or Halo? COD, yeah?
Yeah, COD.
Well, Power doesn't exist anymore.
As in the organisation.
Oh, fair enough. I'd go with Power then.
Fnatic.
I'll go for Fnatic.
Definitely Power. The guys there are just amazing. I've just got a lot of respect for them all.
Well, thanks, guys. Good catching up with you again. Any shout-outs before you go?
Yes.
Go on, you go first, Galvz, mate.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Apex Famous. Shout out to Mousetek, all the sponsors. Shout out to Dan Akabor Atkinson. Shout out to Team Pigeon. Shout out to EU Esports.
Shout out to EU Esports, the Deserto boys, all my Twitter followers, the sponsors, and the Mousetek management.
My RuneScape subscribers. All my subscribers. My old team members are up to, of course. Doddy, Energy, and my good brother Dynamo.
What about Wonder?
Oh yeah, Wonder. Big shout out to you.
Don't bring him back into the confusion.
Firstly, I'd like to shout out for the Mousetek management and all the sponsors and everything, but a shout out to Vapes, Vital, everyone else I met at LAN, really.
Thanks, guys.
There's so many of them I can mention, especially you doing.
Thank you.
And a big shout out to VP is Ilobus Gobobobes.
And thank you. Thank you.
Every day I'm dribbling. Right. Can I go to bed now?
That'd be a pretty sick song.